he never did it in COVID because obviously COVID. But like, he's gone this year, so inshallah I'll see him on Eid. But
Inshallah.
I guess it's also about what's normal to you. So is there anything that's normal to you,
So
Lamisah?
to me, what's normal is in Ramadan, my family every day will all break fast together. So that's kind of like us four will always be together. It's like, no, we won't go to other people's houses as much. So that's kind of normal to me. And like we'll all wake up for Sahri together.
Yeah.
That's what's normal.
I think that's the same in my house as well. We all have our iftar together. We all have sahri together. Sometimes though, if it's a special day, we go to someone else's house, or someone will come to our house, like my auntie or someone will come to our house and they'll break our fast here, which I guess is nice as well.
Yeah, that's really nice.
What about you, Abdurrahman? How was your iftar, your Ramadan going?
I really enjoyed like the iftar, like not like being offensive to the food back at home, but I love both food. Like I like in food general, like it's just like a hobby of mine to have. So I really enjoyed like tasting different foods and stuff, and like biryanis and stuff. So it was an opportunity.
Guys, big question: lamb biryani or chicken biryani? Chicken all the way.
Building off what you guys said, we just kind of showed
lamb biryani, like some days.
Yeah, it depends. Eid, we want lamb biryani.
But another culture dates our food, right? Because different cultures have different specific food.
That is true. So I'm Indian, and I don't know what you guys are, but we have a lot of spicy food. And we actually, Lamisah, would you want to talk about our caller?
So our caller is just coming in now. So her name's Jannah, and she's another student at Judge Meadow with us. She's in year 10 and she wants to talk to you guys.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hi, I'm Jannah Fulfilde. I'm Bangladeshi Italian. I'm one of the year 10 diploma students.
Okay, so Jannah, what is your ethnic origin?
Well, I'm Bangladeshi. My parents are Bangladeshi. But I'm from Italy.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
So, can you speak both then?
Italian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can speak all languages, actually.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, so what's important about your ethnicity, like being from Italy and Bangladesh, like both?
What's important to you?
Yeah.
Well, there's many stuff because my ethnicity, like from both parts, makes me what's me. Well, it's giving me my lifestyle, my way of thinking, and honestly, it's like a part of me. So like, every part of it is really important to me.
So you moved so now you're in England, right? So were there any cultural shocks when you actually came here, like, because it's very different?
Are there any similarities and differences between the two places?
Oh, definitely. A lot. Oh, my days. Okay, so one would be, I would think, like, as a Muslim, in Italy, I wasn't that practicing, as I would say, like, many people aren't, because they don't have time for it, and, like, because of the culture. But here, I think when you come here, you, like, reunite with your faith, like, oh my God, you get closer to them, you see, and, like, another would be, people are so much more distant here, like, so much more busy, whereas in Italy, they're also friendly, and, like, they have time for you, and all.
So
would you say that people are more closer in Italy, as in they're like everyone's more unified in Italy than in England?
Yeah. For example, here they're more like in their groups. They're not like willing to like go out and like be free with other people. So they just stay in their little groups and just like not that friendly-ish, as I would say.
It kind of goes back to our first episode, right, about unity.
Yeah,
it does.
I don't know if you watched our first episode, Genital, but one of our main topics was about unity and how we should all try and be unified. So I guess you saying how in Italy everyone is more unified.
Yeah. It kind of goes back to that.
For us. Would you say that it's easier to make friends there than here?
Yeah, definitely, I would say.
And is the food there better than the food here?
I would not say that because it honestly depends on the person, but it's easier to find halal food here, I would say.
My best Italian cuisine is pizza, of course.
Pizza, always.
All the way.
So is there anything else you want to tell us about your culture and why it's so different from all the other cultures out there?
Well, I would say it's a really unique culture. Like, it depends on everyone, like from which part of Italy they're from, because there's many parts where they're like not that friendly also, because they're Islamophobic, and as there's not many Muslims there, but although Muslim is one of the largest other religion other than Christianity in Italy, like still.
So you talk about different parts of Italy. Specifically, where are you from in Italy?
Oh, from the capital, Rome.
Oh, okay.
How is it there? Like, what does it look like there? Is it more prettier than Leicester?
Yeah, I mean, you would totally get the aesthetic everywhere, honestly. And yeah, honestly, it's really nice living there. I really love it.
What age did you move here?
I think I was 10.
10, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So even then you realised that there was a difference from Italy to here, because that's kind of like young for us to actually imagine moving somewhere and imagining the difference.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Is there anything that you'd like to add about where you're from? I mean, do you think that your different cultures clash? Because you said that you were Bengali and you're also from Italy. So would you say that your cultures clash in any way?
Oh, I wouldn't say they clash that much, honestly, because different parts of my culture come from like different times. I try to like keep them and like stay with them from different parts. For example, if I'm like staying with my Bengali friends and stuff, I try to connect with them through my Bengali group. And if I'm staying with my friends, that's different.
So do you feel like you have to act differently between the two cultures?
Well, kind of, but honestly, they're all nice. They don't mind.
Okay, we've just got a message that says, "Good morning, team. It's great to see you on the show again. I just wanted to say that I felt like we had kind of rushed the ending of the show last week. Forgot to mention that I want to say a huge thank you to Rahman, Zainab, Lamisah, and Mr. Chaudhry for the show and the opportunity. And I just hate to say it, but I think I'm going to miss you guys when I go. I keep doing the things you do, and we will receive the rewards in heaven." So that was due. If you watched Rahman and Zainab's show last week, you will recognize him as our volunteer for a police cadet.
And he is actually in year 11, so he's going to be leaving our podcast team this year, which is
It's a bit
kind of sad. That is really sad. We have gotten quite close over the past few weeks, but you know what? He's going on to like college, and it's better things. Exactly.
But he's definitely going to come back.
Hopefully.
Let's
go back to our guest, Jenna.
So, do you guys have any questions?
No, not many.
Well, what's your favorite like food basically from like both cultures?
Obviously.
Yes.
Well, I'm a really diverse person. I like literally everything from different countries. My music taste is like all different from many countries. So like, from each country, I have like different favorite foods, as I would say. So, yeah.
Okay, so it's been really interesting hearing about your culture. It's different from what we're used to. But I mean, Lamisah, do you have anything that you'd like to say?
I just want to say thank you so much, Jenna, for coming on and giving everyone an insight into your culture and why it's so unique and special. So thank you, Jenna, and have a good day.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Thank you too for inviting me. Have a good day.
You too.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so that was our caller, Jenna, but
it's really interesting here about where she's from.
It's really different from kind of what we're used to, and that's what makes it really special.
Do you guys want to talk about your ethnicity, where you're from?
So I'm from, my family's from Malawi, so it's kind of like a mix because they came from India to Malawi and then they came here, so it's kind of like I've got Indian food in my family as well as Malawian food.
What about you?
So my ethnicity is like...
Before he speaks, just so you know, it's very complicated. When he explained it to me and Lamisah, a bit confused, but we understand it now. Go on, explain.
All right, so my mum's side is from Pakistan and my dad's side is from Malawi. So I've got two cultures, just like Jannat. Mm-hmm. But I tend to go more to the Pakistan side because there's not much in Malawi, the Malawian culture.
Okay.
Ouch.
No offense, yeah, but it's just that I more prefer the Pakistani culture.
Yeah.
Do you go to Pakistan regularly?
Yes. I haven't gone for about 5 years because of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
But intending to go, inshallah, next year, this year, I don't know.
Inshallah. How is it there?
It is very, very, very... It's a very long experience because there's loads of stuff to do. Especially when you have relatives that are living like there, and then like they support you throughout all the journey, so you don't have to pay much, innit? And then like they take you on tours, like to like there's like malls, and there's like malls, and there's like a roller coaster inside a mall.
Oh wow!
Very
different to here. So Rahman, just curious, how old are you actually?
Me? Oh yeah, 12. Sorry, I didn't say that in the introduction.
A lot of experience.
Yeah, a lot of experience for a 12-year-old.
So, Zainab, what part of India is your family from then?
I wish I knew a lot about it. I know nothing about my culture. That is something that I need to improve about myself. But I don't know. I actually don't know.
So then can you speak another language or no?
I can't speak a different language. I can understand a different language. My mum and dad speak Gujarati at home. So I guess I'm from... there's any viewers at home who know where people in India speak Gujarati, then drop a message, tell me where I'm from. But I mean, yeah, like we speak Gujarati at home. I understand it. I don't speak it.
So you're better than me. I can't speak nothing. I don't understand nothing.
I can say a few words. Don't get me wrong. I can speak a few words, but I'm not very good at it.
I can speak Urdu and understand Urdu.
MashaAllah.
Mashallah.
Honestly, tops us all every single day.
Always the most accomplished.
Honestly. Always the most accomplished.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say that to everyone. I don't know why.
We also had culture day.
Yeah, we had culture day. That was a really great experience because everyone kind of was so proud of their culture that everyone had flags, and it was like you learned a lot about it in the day. So like we had, where do we have the food from again?
I think it was
Japan, right?
I think it was.
So we had Japanese lunch, which was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And then we had a fashion show. We had cars come in from Easy Drive, and that was really an amazing experience.
That was fun.
Because we got to ride in the cars before.
Everyone went crazy when the Corvette, my gosh.
There was no way to get through to actually get to the rest of the podcast team, so we were trying to run through. And then we had a doll playing at break.
That was fun. Everyone was dancing.
All the boys were dancing, so...
Something you don't usually see.
And then what else we have? And then period 5 we had the year 11 show, right?
Yeah,
so we were there.
Yeah, and the after school show. They were kind of the same.
Yeah. The shows are similar, but the atmospheres are still very different because the year 11 was a lot more like
it was very energetic
compared to the after school one was a little bit more chilled.
It was still energy, but we actually got to see Rahman.
We got to see Rahman dance.
Oh my god, this is a bit embarrassing in the month of Ramadan. But anyways, out of curiosity, I just wanted to ask, what part of culture did you both enjoy?
Cars.
I just enjoyed like helping out. I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest, I'm on Zainab's side here because even I did, because we got the VIP to get into the cars.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
So guys, we just got a call in from Dhruv, who, like we said, came on last week, and we're really excited because it's a podcast team back together.
Yes, finally reunited.
Good morning, guys. You alright?
Hi, Dhruv.
Hi, Dhruv.
How are you?
You know what? I'm very good, thank you. I sent a message in earlier, but you know me too well, and I got too jealous that I'm not in the conversation, so I thought I'd get myself in quickly.
Of course you did. Are you enjoying the show so far?
You know what? Of course I am. Of course, you know, the three of you together. I know I'm not there, but watching you three honestly brings such a big smile to my face.
Aww.
That's so nice
That's
of you,
so
Drew.
nice. You're never that nice usually.
Yeah, never that nice. Don't be fooled, guys. He's never this nice to us.
So with the culture you were mentioning earlier, obviously, Lamisah and Abdul Rahman said where they're from. So I think I've spoke to you guys before about it. But so basically, I was born and brought up here in Leicester.
Yeah.
But actually, on my dad's side, so my dad's mum and dad, they were originally were born in Africa, so East Africa. They were born in.
Oh yeah.
That's why I remember you saying because you did the Uganda video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my grandma was actually born in Uganda, and then on my mum's side, that's where my India side of family comes from. So my mum was actually born and brought up in India, and all my family on my mum's side are in India. Oh. So Zainab, I think you and I are both on very similar boats because I'm from, so I speak Gujarati at home as well. So I'm quite surprised that you don't know whereabouts in India they speak Gujarati because it's in the name. It's Gujarat where they speak Gujarati.
Don't put me on the spot, Drew. Don't do this to me. But what side do you think you embrace more? Your Indian side or your African side?
It's definitely my India side because I think with Africa it's a lot more because it's a lot more vague. I don't know how to describe it.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, because my grandparents, their parents were from India, and then they moved to Africa, and then they moved to England. So both my grandparents, both my grandparents were really, really young when they moved to England. So even they didn't get that much of a taste of their African heritage because they moved to England when they were really young.
See, so that's similar to me because my great-grandparents are from India. Then three of them moved to Malawi, and then one moved to Tanzania. And then from there, one of them came here. So I've kind of got like a similar thing. And it is really vague. I get exactly what you mean.
Drew, I know that we were talking about Culture Day before. What was your favorite part of the day? Because you were running around a lot that day.
That was a very hectic day.
I think for us, our entire team that day was too hectic. So
yeah, that was a very busy day.
It was a fun day.
But you know what? I'm gonna get quite emotional about this. You know what my favorite bit was, right? Genuinely, I think it was seeing everybody make an effort. Like I didn't see one person not making an effort for Culture Day.
And it was genuinely seeing everyone so happy that there was like just a day where they could really embrace their cultures.
Yeah, and we all accepted everyone else's cultures, and we actually asked questions about where are you from? Oh, that's really nice, and I think it was a really fun day.
Yeah, no, of course it was, and I think on a bit more of a fun level, I think we all know what our favourite bit was. I think it was the cars.
It was definitely
It was definitely the cars.
If you all want to, like all the viewers, if you want to find out more information about Culture Day, please check out the Judge Meadow Instagram. Yeah,
we have a
lot on there. I remember Zainab, you were posting throughout the whole day, right?
Filming the whole day. I was running around, but it was so much fun. We did a POV of the day. So yeah, check out Instagram. We have a whole reel about that day.
official_Judge Meadow.
Thank you, Drew.
Thanks, Drew. Now we have to get back to business.
You're very welcome, and I will hopefully see you all. I really don't want to say this, but I really want to see you all tomorrow at school.
Oh my God.
That's so weird to say.
Oh yeah.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
Why wasn't I told?
He told us last week. It's his birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday if we don't see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye, Drew.
So anyway, all of you take care, and see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, just to remind you again, if you want to call us on 011 648 22086 or on a mobile 077 488 55055. So, another part of our culture was our identity, right? Because that's what you physically see.
Can I just mention that one thing about like my culture is that on Eid in Pakistan, like everybody goes to there's this very big busy shopping centers.
Oh wow!
And they celebrate it for like 3 days. I think you've probably seen like people who celebrate Eid for 3 days. But of course, like back in England now, we celebrate it only for 1 day because of school. But we celebrate that in like a busy shopping center where there's like, and there's like e-tails and everything.
It kind
And
of
that was only like on my I was very young when I saw that, but like I still remember it a bit.
Do you remember feeling like that sense of community and kind of like belonging?
Yeah,
That's what we talked about in our first show, right?
Yeah.
I know we keep on going back to our first show, but that was kind of like...
I think that's like a broad overview
Yeah.
of all our shows together.
That
That
was
it
just
all
the-
brings back to that one point of unity and, you know, that one living planet, the name of our first show.
Because that's what Tommorow's about. We want
I think we should change the name of the show to Unity.
Yeah, you know what? But we're really obsessed with this, aren't we? But you know, it's okay. It's a good topic to talk about.
Okay, so identity. So Zainab, personality, right? So Abdurrahman, what 2 words would you use to describe Zainab's personality?
Whoa.
Oh my god. Kind of generous.
Oh, thank you, Abdurrahman. That's really nice of you. How would we describe him?
Confident.
Yes.
All right.
Experienced.
Yeah, I think
He's
that's...
always got the most
You've
experience.
got the most experience. You're like, you could do everything. He can literally you could give him a job and he'll be able to do it.
You would do the show without us, you'd be fine.
Yeah, you know what? We should just even leave him to do the show. He could easily do it without us. What about us? How would we describe Lamisah? Kind, 100% kind.
Aw,
And
Curious.
yes, you're always asking questions.
that's so true.
But like in a good way, not in a bad way. But like you're always asking questions.
I'm kind of lost sometimes, guys.
It's
okay,
okay. The podcast team guides her.
Yeah.
We guide her.
So another thing we want to talk about was kind of like our Islamic experiences, right? A positive and negative ones, because Zainab, we wear the hijab, don't we? And
Yeah, and I guess that's part of our identity.
Yeah,
we see ourselves as wearing a hijab now.
because also another part of your identity is what you physically see, right? So how you dress. So in Islam, we're taught to dress modestly.
Yes.
So that's another big part of our identity.
I wanted to put a spin on experiences. So do you think that there's been any experiences that have actually made you how you are right now?
Honestly, I think it's podcast.
I would say so
I
too.
think podcast was like one of the biggest turning points of our life, because it really exposed us to the media,
Yeah.
and it really like made us more confident.
And I think we already knew we wanted to go do something like
But
this.
we didn't know what.
And we actually got the opportunity to do it, which we are
Yeah.
very grateful
Which I
for.
was so happy about. And then doing Radio Ramadan, that's
Another
even bigger
amazing
change.
opportunity.
Thanks
and
to Mr. Chowdhury there.
yeah,
Thanks
thank
to
you,
Mr. Chowdhury
thank you,
and-
Ramadan FM
and
as
Ramadan
well.
FM. Yep, thank you so much for having us.
And that also links to our dreams, right? I think
Yeah.
one of my dreams was being on the radio, and I'm on the radio. It's kind of
know.
crazy.
My dreams, I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm one of those people that doesn't have a clue.
Same.
But I think one of my dreams was always to be like, like super confident
Mm-hmm.
and be able to like
Articulate yourself well.
And like, our group, like that's my favorite lesson. I'd love to miss all my lessons just to spend time with the podcast group, because
If our teachers are listening, please turn off now. We love your lessons, we promise. But
it's just we have so much fun together. We're kind of like a mini family. Oh my god,
We
this
are.
is a very emotional episode, isn't it?
it is. It's our last show, guys. What did you expect? We're really emotional today.
So another part that's not so fun is our fears.
What's your biggest fear, Abdul?
Oh my god. I got loads of fears, even though you think I'm confident and experienced. You haven't seen the inside of me. Really, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably mice and spiders.
Spiders. I hate spiders. Anything that crawls, get me out of there.
I remember in geography lesson, Miss McKenna. If you're listening, Miss McKenna, don't judge me. She brought in this like zoo lab company because she does the STEM club, and then she was like, why don't I just do my own geography class and get them to do it as well?
Oh wow.
So then inside was a snail first, but then after that, literally they turned up into they started going. They had cockroaches, and then when I saw the next one, I ran out of the classroom because it was a tarantula. And next was a snake.
Oh, that's scary. See, I'd rather have to deal with that kind of thing and actually hold a snake, have a tarantula on me,
You're crazy.
than have to hold a cat.
Oh my God, let me say you're
No wonder you're so
love-
curious.
I love cats.
I'm so scared
But
of
yeah.
cats.
Kittens, not cats that much, but kittens are nice.
The twins, yes.
So, like we said, another part is our hobbies, because you mentioned that before. Zainab, what are your hobbies?
Probably podcast or reading. I have things that I enjoy to do. So like cooking, baking, reading, podcast, things like that.
What are my hobbies? My hobbies are, I don't bake so much, but
You have one hobby which I'm very interested in.
I have a hobby, but I don't know. I do mehndi for like weddings and that kind of thing. Like that's what I enjoy doing, and I have fun doing that. But Zainab, I have a question for you. What do you bake? Because you haven't brought us no food after Ramadan.
Wait for Eid, guys. Wait for Eid. You guys have got boxes coming. Don't worry. I bake cakes more than desserts and stuff. So I think I love making tiramisu. I'm gonna try and make a tiramisu for you guys, but I love making tiramisu.
Inshallah, save space for me.
So who taught you to bake?
Well, basically, I used to watch my mom bake for Eid. Like my mom loves baking so much. Mom, if you're watching, can't wait for the Eid stuff. But she loves baking, and I think from watching her, like growing up, she always used to let me mix the bowl or like stuff like that. And then I used to see videos on YouTube of like people baking, and then I used to be like, okay, I want to do that now. And then I was like, I used to get scared asking my mom if I could bake, because I used to think that I'd make a mess in the kitchen. Actually, when I started, I used to make massive messes in the kitchen. But then after that, she was like, okay, fine, then do it.
So guys, like you said, food is basically a very big part of our cultures, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially about my life.
Yeah.
About my life, yeah.
So if you have any foods that you want to tell us about that are specific to your culture, why don't you call it in on our landline 011 648 22086, or on a mobile 077 488 55055, and call in and tell us what food you like to eat, what food you're gonna you're gonna have for Eid, and make us very hungry.
Yeah, and what you enjoy having for iftar.
I was wondering, what are your favorite foods from your cultures? Putting you on the spot there.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know that much about my culture in general.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry.
But I like, like I like biryani. I like I like ras malai.
Oh,
ras malai.
My favorite.
I had that like the other day in Ramadan.
I haven't had it so far.
I had it the day before yesterday.
Oh, you guys are crazy. You need to bring me some.
That's one of my favorite things. But I literally anything my grandma makes.
Yeah, same. Literally anything that my grandma makes. Both my grandmas make. Yeah, so shall we talk about our go to the Islamic side of things now?
Okay, so our dreams, like we said before, our dreams, we all have different dreams, but all Muslims have one specific dream, right?
Yes.
Going Jannah. So
Inshallah.
That goes back to our first episode again of unity, because that's what ultimate goal is. Okay, I want to do this and I want to do that, but in the end, if you could choose anything, you want to go Jannah. So that's kind of what it is. Abdul, you told us what your dream is, right?
Yes, and that is to become a /strong hafiz.
MashaAllah.
That's actually...
But I'm on track.
Inshallah.
Actually, on 29th night in Monday, my brother is doing Quran Khatam there.
Oh, wow. MashaAllah.
That is... Wow. We've had a lot about your brother.
After a lot of blood, sweat and tears.
Dramatic. We can always get that from Abdul Rahman.
So we said we already achieved one of our dreams, right? Which is to be on Radio Ramadan. But another part of our culture is our family, right? Because our family are a massive part of who we are.
Yes.
Shall we go straight to the stories that I know you and Lamisah have? I had a story, but I don't think I want to it's not there yet. Inshallah, I'll tell you about it in the future. But I know you two have a story about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah, so we want to talk about hadiths and Islam part of everything. So we want to start talking about the Prophet's characteristics, because that's who we all aspire to be, right? So Abdul Rahman, do you want to go with yours first?
So my story is about tolerance and how to be tolerant of others in Ramadan. And this story is based on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was walking when a villager came and tugged at him to the point where marks were left on his skin. The villager was asking for money, and instead of getting angry, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam happily gave money. And this explains this shows how the Prophet ﷺ, even though the villager tugged at him so much that it left marks on his skin,
in physical pain as well.
Yeah, he still didn't let his anger out, and I think it's a very good virtue to have.
And it talks about how, I think it's about us in Ramadan as well.
Yeah,
you should be more patient and tolerant of other people.
Because in Ramadan we tend to get a bit more angry, but it's the flip side.
Just chill.
Be more patient.
Yes.
Actually, on tolerance, I've got a hadith. So, الناس ويصبر على آذاهم أعظم أجرا من المؤمن الذي لا يخ. All right. So the thing is that my hadith sheet got lost. So I'm just.
It's okay. Do you want to read the meaning?
يخالطون الناس ولا يصبروا على آذاهم. The believer who mixes with people and bears annoyance with patience will have a greater reward than the believer who does not mix with people and does not put up with annoyance.
Do you want to explain what your hadith
So
means?
this hadith talks about like how like a believer who like is like in a friendship group, but if for example, like how in the story someone like annoyed them and they bared the annoyance with patience, and if they do that then they receive a greater reward. But then if you were in like if you didn't even like be in a friendship group and you still like didn't like put up with annoyance, then that is something. Yeah. So it shows that you won't get a greater reward.
Another way to describe Rahman, perseverance.
Yes, always perseveres in the hard times.
Okay, so my story, and it's not really a story, it's more like bullet points and like
points about his life.
Points about his life. So it's about humbleness, because in Islam we're taught to live simply, and in Ramadan especially, we're supposed to try and live simply and like
not be too extravagant.
Yeah. So some points are to accept invitations and visit the sick. So we're always told to visit people who are sick, and you'll get reward for it. And obviously we don't really do this now, but in the past, a sign of humbleness was actually to ride on a donkey. Yeah. So obviously we don't expect you to see you riding on a donkey right now down the streets of Leicester, but that was kind of a sign. So it just shows kind of like the humbleness aspect. So you don't need to actually ride a donkey, but like the aspect of it not being something super
like
high.
A camel or a horse.
It shows that it's humble.
His humbleness.
And Aisha radiallahu anha reports that whenever people call the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would respond with labbaik, I'm at your service. And this was despite having the responsibility of prophethood, and he put his family and friends first. So it really shows that we should always put people,
even though he was the prophet and he had the duty
still had time for them.
Exactly.
So it showed that he was never arrogant or consumed by worldly affairs, which meant he didn't ignore other people, and he was there for everybody, which is such a great aspect.
We should take these characteristics of him as well.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the extent that our Prophet ﷺ took them to, but we might not be in that situation.
We should try and aspire to be as much like him as possible.
Exactly.
Have the intention to.
Yes.
So
exactly.
another thing
all the ulamas know this one.
So another one that's part of our culture is Eid, because obviously Eid's a massive part of our culture, because it's something.
And coming up with a lot of food.
One of your first memories is Eid, and that's kind of a big part of you. So what do you guys do on Eid? Because I'm sure we've got some differences and similarities.
So I would describe my Eid as, I'd say I spend a lot of my time with my family. Yeah. So a lot of my dad's side of the family live in Blackburn. So I think sometimes I go to see them, sometimes I stay in Leicester to see my mum's side of the family. But I just spend a lot of my time with my family. In the morning though, breakfast, it's always like me, my mum and my dad and my two sisters.
So mine is different. Usually we'll go to my grandma's for breakfast, and we sometimes go eat side, depends what we're doing. And then I usually have two Eids, because my mum's side and my dad's mom follow Saudi, but then my dad's side, they follow Morocco. So I have 2 Eids with them. So
that's fun.
It's really fun that I get to like get dressed up for 2 days and celebrate and say Eid Mubarak like for 2 whole days.
My favorite part is the sweet stuff, guys.
Yeah,
the food.
The sweet stuff gets a lot by the end of the day, though.
Every year, is it just my family? But every year, my dad says, I'm not going to eat any sweet stuff.
And then they eat it all.
For real.
Look, yeah. So after Eid Salah, when I come back here, you're basically going to see me with like, I don't know if you've ever had it with like shirkuma. I don't know, like it's like milk with like.
Oh yeah, the little
vermicelli.
Yeah.
I still don't have a clue.
It's like sweet milk, and it's like got these little. They kind of look like worms, like little, really tiny brown thing. You know if you've tried it, but it's actually really nice.
It's like, you know, like those strings, but of course that it's gonna be hard, and then when you put it in the milk, then it becomes soft.
It's actually really, really nice.
Yeah,
I'll always have it later.
Yeah, I'll bring you some, inshallah.
And of course the sweets.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Has to be the sweets. So like we said, Eid is also a really unified point for all Muslims. So we're all unified, especially in Eid Salah. And another thing that unifies us, and one of our probably favorite parts of Eid is the gifts, right?
I don't get many gifts anymore. I think it's as I get older, I get more Eid than gifts.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm not complaining, but like,
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I get gifts still. Like, I know my mum's got me a gift. I know where it is. I know.
Your mum's watching.
My mum's watching. I told her I know what it is.
So we've got a message saying 2 words to describe Mr. Chaudhry. All right, who's going with it? So all 3.
Lamisah, you start. You're the main host today.
Okay, so he's giving me eyes from the screen. Confident. Huh? Oh, fun. He's telling me to say fun.
He is fun.
Sir, you're not supposed to be telling us. We're supposed to give our own opinion. I would say, sir, you're fun.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're definitely fun. And you're very generous. You just like always give to other people, and you don't really.
Aww.
What about you, Abdurrahman?
Fun, experienced, intelligent, and opportunistic.
It's supposed to be like 2 words.
It's like he's
right.
It's fine.
I just doubled it.
I don't know. Okay. Okay. Guys, we're coming to the end of our last episode.
I know, this is crazy.
So sad. But we want to just tell you guys to always appreciate your culture and the way Allah made you. And always be grateful and say Allahu Akbar. And remember, your culture is more than just your ethnicity and your religion. It's how you live your life. But we want to say a really big thanks to Ramadan FM.
Yes. Jazakallah.
Honestly, it's been so amazing. And this is an experience that
we're never going to forget. And inshallah, we get this chance again.
It's a massive opportunity that we've been given. And it's kind of...
We're going to go back to school with so much experience and knowledge about everything, about this whole media world.
And we can implement that into our podcast.
And we want to say thank you to Sabina Auntie, who's helped us through this. She's been telling us, and
she's always been there when we're at the end. She just tells us exactly what to do, what we need to improve on. And
Akil Uncle,
and Akil Uncle, yes, with the feedback.
Yeah,
first really feedback useful. Of our first show, guys. I don't know if that made any of you guys emotional, but it definitely made me emotional. Yeah. So Jazakallah so much.
Enjoy the rest of Ramadan.
This is so sad. Enjoy Ramadan, guys. Have a great Eid. Keep us in your du'as. We're going to miss you.
We're going to finish our show how we started our show with, if you guys are there on the first one, Abdurrahman prayed a nasheed for us. So he's going to finish our show with a nasheed as well.
But we just want to say bye, guys, because that will probably end our show.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We miss you already. Bye.
All right. Bismillah. Mustafa, 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 Mustafa. Sayyidul awwalin, Sayyidul akhirin, wo hai mera nabi, wo hai mera nabi. तुझसा कोई नहीं, तुझसा कोई नहीं, तुझसा कोई नहीं, तुझसा कोई नहीं मुस्तफा 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 रहमते दो जहां अहमद मुस्तफ़ा वो है मेरा नबी वो है मेरा नबी तुझसा कोई नहीं तुझसा कोई नहीं तुझसा कोई नहीं तुझसा कोई नहीं मुस्तफ़ा 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 मुस्तफ़ा